Evening, guys. How y'all doing today? Guys? Got some long time friends of mine, viewers of the show. And they have stuck with me through a lot. So I don't know why I didn't do some of this sooner. I just never really thought about it. But when you guys hop right back on here after basically my moodiness driving me around, I think I owe you guys a little tip of the hat, wag of the finger from the Colbert land. So we're gonna up the mod count around here. Shard, obviously you've done a lot, and you know mod commands, so I think you can do a lot for the channel. And Mort and Neon, you guys are here more than pretty much anybody, except for maybe Nighthawk. So give you guys some cool hats to wear here at the channel. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Alright, what am I doing? I think we don't need these because they're not creatures. We really want creatures up there. I don't think we need this because once we get up there, we're pretty much doing our thing. I guess I want that oblivion sower though. Sort of a ramp thing, but it's got a lot of like cheap removal cards to keep alive and not die. Probably doesn't need all of them though, so I think I'll cut these guys down to 2 and let's land it up. How do I add lands to a deck again? Oh man, gotta get my habits in line. No problem, Shard. But yeah, I mean, you guys, Nighthawk, and there's probably a few other viewers that are in here all the time, but you guys are my 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, but, you know, for really fun magic content, so it's not that cryptic. So it's kind of a pointless analogy. Oh well. Alright, let's load up these lands. I think we just want to keep it something like that. So what are we looking at for that? We're looking at 12 red sources. What else can we count as a red source? Hopefully grapple with the past gets us there. Though we do need double red pretty early. Maybe that means I'm supposed to up that count. I really want drownyards. And I need to keep my forest count high because of pilgrimage. So I'm pretty tempted to try this. But maybe we skimp just a little, right? And we do a little evolving wilds action. It combines well to make sure we get a hit off a turn 2 grapple, and it combines with tireless tracker. Although that tap land status, I don't know. All right, let's Dibs on pestilence. You guys are cool. Glad you guys are all over that. I watched that. What movie was it recently? It was like X-Men Apocalypse. Yeah, that's the one. I watched that not that long ago, so maybe that's how that got stuck in my head. Anyway, so this is a deck. What do I say about this deck? I kind of got hung up on this combination of cards, and I'm gonna warn you right up front. It's very dirtily. I do not deny the dirtle, but I love this, like 4 grapples, 4 Cathartic Reunion, and 4 Nissa's Pilgrimage. I just love that if I want to, I can Cathartic into Pilgrimage and get the 3 forests, or I can Nissa's Pilgrimage, put 2 forests in my hand and Cathartic them away. I don't know. I'm like stuck on this. It's too much fun for me. In the process, we often get Delirium, so we get our Ishkanah on, and then we just kind of play and recur really big things. This deck is ramp, but it's very low on ramp spells. It focuses on hitting land drops thanks to the pilgrimages, like I mentioned. They can, if you hit those for 3, they stock you up on lands pretty good. And then once you get up there in lands, you play cards that get more lands, like Hydra, Sower, Drownyard, Temple. You can discard that to Reunion or pitch it with grapple, or discard it to Collective Defiance and get it back later. Also Chandra and Nissa ramp. And the only big thing once you get past needing 7 is, of course, ulamog. But this deck finds ulamog even without From Beyond pretty well because of grapple and Cathartic. So you end up mogging them more than most, but you also don't necessarily need it to win. But I think it'll be fun as I try to get my awesome powers of magic back. It's a Friday night. Friday night magic is happening across the world. Why not me? Well, you know, I'm butthurt. Other people get to play Hour of Devastation. But as I try to be less dramatic and less cryptic, I look out at the future, and hopefully this is just like a 6-month delay where we get no sets and then Digital Next comes out and away we go. Revelations is so metal. Nice. That's nearly 1 minute of your life you'll never get back. Oh, reading the Wikipedia thing. The Apocalypse Pony. My mighty horsemen, go forth and keep people from, being jerks in Twitch chat. Of which I think we've only got I think it's only 6 band members ever from our Twitch chat, so it's not like this is a common occurrence. We're going to be bringing that glory. Is Glorybringer metal? You think this is a pretty metal card? Our dragons are pretty metal, right? I think so. I mean, I don't know. Dragon Force got booed at Ozfest when I went. Maybe I'm overestimating their metalness. I don't know. Let's just go get that red. I don't think it'll change my opponent's play. And we've got fan bearers, so it's gonna be zombos. That's fine. Not very scared of the zombos. Want me a Cathartic, though. Oof. The second Evolving Wilds. It's a nasty draw. I wonder if I'm gonna grapple here. What could I even get from it? I don't need another land, that's for sure. So this might not be the play, but this, yeah, now this is the play. I'll take your fan-bearing beat down. Here, well, that is one of the problems now, Shard. He's saying that if you look at the last few minutes, it looks like chat is in mod-only mode. Well, that's one of the problems with modding you and Nighthawk and Mort and Neon. That's probably like 80% of my chat volume. But I have no regrets. I think we'll... Any reason to hold grapple and fiery? I don't think so. I really want to hold off on this grapple until after he kills my Glorybringer, because I think that's going to be a big part of this game. So I have no... Shouldn't be a problem evolving some more. And Fanbearer number 2. Somebody else commented earlier. Oh yeah, Omega Bees said welcome back. Thanks, Omega Bees. I didn't respond because I was figuring out how to mod people from my iPad, which turned out to be easier than I expected. And I didn't respond to you, but I did see your message, and thanks for the kind words. The welcome backs are appreciated. The encouragement goes a long way. It's easy to make up my mind that this kind of thing isn't very important until you start to miss it. That's a pretty good draw. I saw District 9 a long time ago, but it's been so long, I think I have forgotten what happened in that movie, to be honest. To be totally honest with you. That's interesting, right? Because he did that mortuary mire, am I supposed to kozileks return here? I don't think so. Because I don't want him to play that as a 4/4, even if I might be able to bring glory on it. He might still get value out of it. I think I want to save this. I think I just want to save this. Okay. Well, that is something I want to do, but not right now. Right now, I think we just stay patient, confuse our opponent. We've got some life points to play with. We have things we can be doing. And there's the Colossus again. Let's see if our opponent wants to play another zombie. I would like them to play another zombie. Oh, I got 10 bits? Oh, thank you. I didn't see that. I can only see chat from my iPad right now because my computer is in my office where my Xbox used to be, but is not currently. In the summertime, I like to have my man cave in the guest room here. So, yeah, I can't apparently see from my... I can't see from my iPad if that I was given bits. So, allow me to say thank you. Thank you very much. Again, the encouragement matters. It goes a long way for me. All right, so now we get our triple, our big old triple pilgrimage here. And you'll notice I'm being very slow with Glorybringer. That's on purpose. I expect my opponent to kill it, but I want to make sure when I play it that I kill something at the same time. I'm not in a rush to slam it and try to run over the game and run away with the game. Really, that's not a big deal to me. I'm much more interested in getting to the top end cards. So I can shoot one of these, I can bring glory upon the other, and just keep my life total high. I'm also saving this grapple because I think I'll have to get back the Glorybringer. What do we have? We got 3 mana, so I can pilgrimage and bring the glory. Time to bring the thunder, ladies and gents. Probably no ladies, let's be honest. But if there are any out there, welcome. We're a female-friendly stream. If we ever see any, we'll be very friendly. I was a big not fan of Elysium, to be honest. I see some love for that. Speaking of not fan, I spent the day seeing War of the Planet of the Apes. I don't know if anybody else has been out to see War of the Planet of the Apes, but if you want to rant, just get me started. I was a big fan of the new Planet of the Apes movies. Quite a big fan. But I am not a fan of this one. Oh, look, they're going the old anointed procession zombie approach. Yep, there's that Grasp of Darkness. Kinda knew the Glorybringer would meet a violent end. These violent delights often have violent ends, for you Westworld fans. I don't really want to get Glorybringer back right now. I don't need to. There's no target. So we'll just put out a massive ballista for him to fatally push, and he'll take 5 for it. How was War of the Planet of the Apes? Well, this shouldn't shock you. I went to a movie called War of the Planet of the Apes expecting there to be, I don't know, a war. This was not a war, all right? Not a war. Not a war. It's a battle. And it's a story and it's a battle. And the story is not very exciting. And the battle was far too brief. Okay, he doesn't have removal for this ballista. That's excellent. So I was unimpressed since there was no war. So right away false advertising. And then on its own as a movie, there were just a lot of problems with it. Plot holes, tough storytelling, because most of the apes don't talk. And the ones that do only talk very intermittently. So with that restriction on the storytelling, it was just kind of odd. Kind of an odd movie. And easily, in my opinion, the worst of the Planet of the Apes movies since they revived that franchise. Like, not close. Definitely, afterwards, it felt a lot to me like X-Men 3. Like, just way off from the other two. It is a great weekend, Omega. Game of Thrones. I've got a party that I'm going to on Sunday night with some good friends to watch the Game of Thrones premiere. So, yeah, hyped as hell for that. I have no doubt. If you guys like Game of Thrones, and it sounds like many of you do, I'm sure. If you have ever considered listening to podcasts, or you like the idea of podcasts to talk about your favorite shows, we listened to one called Bald Move podcast about Game of Thrones, and it is excellent. They do a great job of covering the show. They do a great job of talking about what's going on in the show. They talk about both what happens in books, although we're off the books now, and they also talk about the show quite a bit. So I can't recommend that enough. It's a really good podcast if you're interested. Bald Move. So just going to throw that out there for the 11 people. Oh, yes. Oh, this is going well. We can blow up the board, but I don't see any point to that. I guess we can just kill the creatures. I mean, that's good enough. That's good enough for me. No. Why would I blow up my snakes? Ulamog in the hizzle. Don't declare me in stone. Even then, I'll still have a lot going on. So yeah, love that podcast. They do a great job talking. They just released a preview episode for this season. They just do an excellent job in what they cover. Their quality. 7 Days in Hell with Kit Snow Harrington. I don't know if I've seen that. I love the Game of Thrones musical. Do you know what I'm talking about there? The Coldplay one. Oh, there's the concession. But yeah, Game of Thrones, the Coldplay musical. That's one of my favorite Thrones parody type things. It's on YouTube. If you search for Coldplay Game of Thrones or Game of Thrones musical, it's like 12 minutes long. Excellent. Comedy gold. Well, you languish. I mean, okay. All right, opponent. I get it. It's duels. You can do whatever you want. You can curve Anointed Procession into Liliana's Mastery, but then you saw there when they come in the other way, it doesn't work that well. But come on now. Look at this. Languish in your Zombo deck? Okay. I mean, I can't stop you. I can't change your deck for you. I can't fix it for you. But my lord, I'm here on Twitch trying to show you the way. And also to warn you off movies like War of Planet of the Apes. Just don't go. Like, you don't need to go see that. It's okay. It's not that good. It's very sad. That one I'll give you. If you go there emotionally vulnerable, if your girlfriend just broke up with you, or, something just, or your pet just died, you'll probably have a really hard time at the movie. It's just very sad. Nighthawk, hello. Nighthawk has an excellent suggestion, and that is to just get 3 lords out and you dodge the Languish. Well, I mean, there's a plan. The Pock Zero says, shall I start playing Magic Duels? I mean, if you're not going to put money into it, why not? But if you're thinking about spending money, I would not. Because they're going to release something that's probably better and will probably do a much better job eating your money in in 3 to 6 months. There'll be something better than this. But for now, we're in limbo. And for now, I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I'm hanging out with you guys, waiting, and just trying to trying to keep up the part-time job that is being a fan of Magic, because my gosh, Wizards puts you through it, don't they? But we're not here to talk about that. Okay, so we have a combo with Cathartic Reunion and a Drownyard Temple. Let's keep it. And do I want to evolve? I guess it's low downside here. I'm hoping we get some compensation for linking our accounts. Me too. The good news about the account thing is if they want to, they know how badass and hardcore we are about Magic duels. They can see that, you know, folks like us, I'm sure, have way too much gold, more than we should. And they're like, well, those are our diehard fans, aren't they? And we're like, yes, yes, we are. Give us free shit. All right. What's the play? Kind of want this thing dead. But is it worth 3 damage to Cathartic on time, right? And then next turn ramp? Oh, that's 6 damage now that we're talking about, plus whatever attacks me. No, I think we just want to blast something. We can do this the next turn. And we ramp a little off curve, but that's okay in this deck. This deck doesn't need to ramp on curve. I don't want to pay anything. It seems like Magic Duels has not too many players. Feels like I will get bored. Well, it sounds to me like you've already made up your mind to bit the POC, so no, play something else. Nobody's going to make you play this game. You don't have to. I think Magic's the best game in the world, and when I look at it, the idea of getting bored just doesn't occur to me. If you already think that's a possibility, and that's okay. That's okay. We don't all have to be in on that game. Alright, so I'm going to Cathartic away these two. I can get Ulamog back later. I have Grapple with the Past and Big Nissa to get him back. Alright, there we go. How are we doing? We can put a spell in our graveyard. We have the means. I've had no trouble, even after the pronounced death of the game with no Hour of Devastation. I've had no problem getting a game on Xbox or iOS. None at all. So I don't feel like we lost the player base or anything. I'll shock you now. I'm sure he'll find an artifact eventually. And then I'll be glad that was out of the way. Have you ever played Hearthstone? What do you think? I played a little bit of Hearthstone, and it just doesn't speak to me. I've played Magic for over 20 years, so when I get something that's like Magic but not Magic, I'm perpetually unimpressed. And that's basically what happened to me with Hearthstone. I wasn't that impressed. Didn't do it for me. What's the play? I think we just kill that thing, right? Get a little blown out by Blossoming Defense, though. But I think we can defend this otherwise. You know, the Blossoming Defense thing, though, does make me wonder. Plus, you can just get it back. Maybe I'm just supposed to be going up. Start nugging his face. Yeah, I think we'll just go up. And away goes Big Nissa. Lucky me. Pox says, thanks a lot for your help. Yep, that's what we do here. So regardless of how much you get into Magic, you're welcome to hang out over here. Granted, we're going to play a lot of duels and not a lot of other things, but you are more than welcome to chill. Here's this quote from Nighthawk from the digital department. We'll be integrating our future digital games with your Wizards account, so if you haven't made one yet, I'd recommend doing that to stay up to date with everything we're doing. Well, that sounds more like they're just gonna market to us. It sounds like a marketing play. Well, my opponent made a 3/3. That's weird. Ooh, we can go Big Chandra. Big Chandra, Little Chandra. Alright, what do we got in the graveyard? 1, 2, 3... 4, 5. I don't really have anything to do for 2 mana. What am I supposed to do? See, I think the right play here is to bring glory upon this jerk. And then what are we doing with our Chandra, right? I guess tick it up for 2 damage. I wish there was a way that I could ramp and bring the glory this turn. but there is not. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm 1 off from that. I can ramp and collected defy. Is that a better play? I guess it kind of does the same thing, but I don't have a Glorybringer on the table. But it uses my mana better, so I have more mana in the future. And this grabs 2 forests. Yeah, I guess I can get behind that. So I guess not giving away information, we do it like this. I love getting trips. I love trips off pilgrimage. It just feels like cheating to me. I don't know why. It just absolutely pushes my buttons. All right, 4 and 3. I'm not worried about wheeling a hand at this stage in the game. My opponent's short on lands, so their hand is likely gassy, but I'm not in a hurry to fix their mana problems by giving them a fresh start. What do you guys think? Do you wheel the opponent's hand? How often do you wheel the opponent's hand? Do you do it instead of 3 damage in a matchup like this? What's your opinion on wheeling the opponent's hand with Collective Defiance? When do you do it? When don't you do it? Does anybody have any, anybody have some strong opinions for me on that? I'm curious. There is the grapple. And that can get back Ulamog next turn. And 4 mana up. I don't really need that, do I? So I guess we'll plus and see what we hit. Land ho. Alright. I don't really like using Glorybringer here. We might be walking a Celestial Flare, Blessed Alliance, those type of cards. But I think it's... with Ulamog on the horizon, I think we just make him use his mana on something like that. And it doesn't look like it's coming. Be Real is having some issues. Nighthawk says, Batman used to wheel his opponent's hand instead of his own with Grixis Haunted Dead deck, and it tilted me so hard. That would tilt me too, dude. Duffman, hello. Only wheel when you know they have a bomb and you want to get rid of. The word "know" there is interesting. So, like, they revealed it to an Oath of Nissa or something like that. I get that. What if you just smell it? What if they've been stuck on 3 lands for a few turns, but you think they have a Gideon? I don't know. That's kind of interesting, right? It's an intuition play. Oh my. Oh my. Here comes explosive vegetation. That's what we were holding out for? Oof. It's gonna be rough. Well, he dead. I don't even need Ulamog. He dead. I give gold, but it's a rank 40. Shouldn't need it, right? Shouldn't need it. Bam! Nighthawk says, isn't it a net negative if you do it blind because of Embalm, Aftermath, and other shenanigans? Yeah, I would think so. I mean, it's so situational, right? Usually a stocked graveyard is an advantage to the opponent more than it is to you if you're not planning on depleting their library as a strategy, right? I think so. I mean, the more you see, just the more knowledge you have in general. I kind of love weird plays like this where you know you're going to lose, but it's game 1 of a best-of-3 match, like, say, in King of the Hill or a Fight Club tournament. And so you wheel their hand to look at their deck and see what was in their hand just to get information. Or if you do it in, say, a best-of-5 post-sideboarded game to see how they sideboarded. You're just looking for things like that. A guy at a real Magic tournament once tried to get in a fight with me because I was about to lose the game. Like, there was lethal damage pointed at my head, and I used my drownyard temple to mill him, and I wanted to see what cards I would mill, and he he thought that I didn't have a right to do that, or that I was stalling or something, that this was somehow a violation of the rules. I'm like, no, I can do this. I mean, you can concede if you don't want me to mill you, dude. You can concede to the drownyard activation while I'm facing lethal if you want to, but yeah, he did not concede. Mordivore also understands. It's about sending a message. PP would approve. I feel like the voice of PP is with us when you say things like that. Ooh, cathartic. Do I drop off the creatures, or do I try to grapple for another land, pilgrimage for 3 lands, and then cathartic? Oh, that's tough. I think I give it one more turn and look for information. I think that's what I do, since it's kind of a close call. I can also set up delirium. Whoo, buddy. We've got instant. I could drop off a creature in the Glorybringer. This would be sorcery, so I just need a land to toss, which means I should pilgrimage first. Grapple, of course, will also flip some things. We'll see what happens. What you up to, blue-white? What you doing? You doing Kithion? Alright. Think I'll go ahead and get that off the battlefield, as that can be a problem. Chandra, huh? So now I feel like I'm supposed to dig for my land drop. And then I can pilgrimage for 3. So what do I want to lose? I can lose this Glorybringer and this Chandra. I know that seems a little sacrilegious. Or maybe I'm supposed to lose the pilgrimage and the Glorybringer so that I can curve Chandra into Ishkanah when I draw land. It's pretty tough. But I think I'll go that route. And there's the land. And now we can curve. How are we doing? 3 types. And we did draw another pilgrimage. So what do I need in the graveyard? A land or Chandra? Smuggles! Smuggles in the house. It would be nice if I flipped a Drownyard Temple, huh? But I don't think I did. I did not. Well, now we have this sick play. I don't know if it's the sickest of the sick plays, but I'm going to go with it because I just feel like a boss for doing it. Yes! The Evolving Wilds can go to the yard now. That turns on ishkanah. Na-na-na. And we're militia captain. Here comes Smuggles. It's blue-white goody stuff. But I'd say our deck is firing on cylinders right now. I think we'll be okay. And you're going to see why Ishkanah is pretty sick in the deck. Hwa ha ha. We are smuggling. The Obey Green Man 24 is having a loot to remember. A difficult decision. Could mean a lot of things. So since he chose the collective effort, I am guessing he has some strong individual cards and no other lands, which means might be in for a tough game. All right. Let's go with this. What are the odds I'll hit another land? Think it's good? Or do I play it safe? I think I just play it safe. Oops. That was stupid. Now I don't get the delirium. Punt. Punt count. Ugh, I was gonna grapple first. Hit the wrong thing. Oh well. Oh well. We'll probably get reflector maged. Boo! I boo myself. What'd I say? What more can I say? I'm gonna have to bring some glory. Gonna have to get some glory back in my life. Yeah, what happened to the bot? We need to make sure I'm punting. It has to be noted when I punt. Has to be. Or else what are we doing here, right? What are we seriously doing if we don't call me out for bad punting? The good news is Chandra's going to go to the graveyard. That means there's going to be a planeswalker in the graveyard. That means ishkanah will be fine when it's time. There goes a declaration in stone. Interesting. That could have cleaned up the spiders. Makes me think he has more removal spells up his sleeve. But we'll take Glorybringer. Nice. We'll deploy Glorybringer. We'll bring the darn glory. And I'm going to kill this guy. It's the most likely thing to get out of hand. If he had like an essence scatter or something for the reflector mage, it would be blowout city. But I think it's the right move. I don't know. Now we'll see what he does. He's low on lands, so finding ways to deal with that Glorybringer is awkward. Reflector maging it, not the best. There's that monument. Card that has taken off now since some people showed you how to play it at the Invitational. Me too. Not just you. The collective you, the we. I also thought nothing of the card of Ketra's Monument. So, sometimes the pros have to show us how to play some cards, and sometimes Duels gets behind the card before the pros do. Evolutionary Leap felt like one of those cards, but Whirler-Rogue felt like one of those cards. But in the case of Oketra's Monument, I don't think, I didn't see anybody play it against me. I don't think ever before it took off. So what I've been doing with the monument is I have been using it, oh wow, discarding Dusk to Dawn with a Glorybringer on the battlefield. That's something. Now I think we're holding up a spell queller, I bet. But that's not gonna stop ishkanah. Is there another one of these down there? I think I used one early. Oh, it was a Fire Impulse. Boo. Not a good card right now. Well, I guess if he has a way to bounce this, he has a way to bounce this. I really want this to wait for something bigger. There we go. Your move. We're going to see if he wants that Declaration Stone back. But what I've been doing with this deck, the Oketra's Monument deck, is I've been playing Brizella and Linvala and a bunch of big cards. Just using this like kind of a turn 3 Monument, turn 4 Cloudbrit Laser, turns 5 and 6 play huge white creatures. It's been pretty fun. The bot went on a rampage. Wow. Your puny minds cannot fathom scheme. When you set the scheme in motion, draw 4. I totally forgot it. I don't know what that is. Yeah, the bot is on a rampage. What did you guys do? Alright. So he plays another captain. He holds up mana. This feels like Archangel Avacyn. Anybody else see an angel in sight? I don't think sending this in is the move. I don't think putting this out is the move. So I think we're sitting, so I think now is the time to go Pilgrimage Cathartic, although Spell Queller is brutal in that case. So what if I draw out Avacyn by attacking with Glorybringer? He plays Avacyn, he eats this. I can still kill this. Of course, if he taps mana to Spell Quell my Cathartic or my Pilgrimage, then I get the attack with Glorybringer. Seems good. And I still have galvanic to shoot down this guy before anything bad happens. Okay. All the green, please. Thank you. No pause. Confident person. Well, let's go for it. Resolves. Love it. No reason not to hit the land drops now. Alright. We're good. You can have your Avacyn. And it's going to be Spell Quell for nada. Okay, so he really wants to flip that guy. Let's go ahead and see if we can off that here. Pause. Yeah, okay. Maybe he's holding on to that Avacyn too. It just smells like an Avacyn. Otherwise, he would have played that Spell Queller on the Cathartic Reunion for sure, right? So I think he's still holding it. I think Archangel is still name of the game. Are you still going to post your decks anywhere for duels is the question. I don't think so. Where could I post? I just don't take the time, really. Not to mention, I'm always kind of meddling. I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to think about that. Is that cool with you? I got to think about it. I got to see if I can make that work as part of my life right now. Because I'm sure there are people that would like the deck lists a lot. Maybe I'll throw them in the Twitch channel feed. That was working pretty well. Where I put the quest for the best lists. Really? You gonna send that copter at me? Are you serious? Like... Oh, I see what's up. We're making a collective effort. Well, that implies that Avacyn is not there. And it also implies that we're gonna have to call some flame. Gonna be pretty epic. Opponent with a long turn, but no attacks. Well, if he's not going to attack, do I need to call some flame? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One short. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? If he's not attacking me, what do I care? Man, this is kind of interesting. So, how much do you think he has Archangel Avacyn? Because this is a chance to wheel it. It sure smells like Archangel Avacyn. I guess I want a turn where I get to chump with my spiders. What could I kill? Taking out the Spell Queller isn't that impressive. Neither is taking out a Reflector Mage. These are things that are likely to die to Chandra anyway. He's not sitting... He discarded the other collective effort. I think I just do nothing here. I think that that's the right play. I make him attack into me. I use my spiders, and then hopefully this is an even bigger blowout. Maybe he'll play something else. I don't like Anointer Priest in this deck. I think it's the wrong deck. I mean, it can generate tokens with that monument just fine, but how much life are you really going to gain, and is it going to do you much good? I don't know. Doesn't seem right to me. I don't feel under pressure this turn. It's weird to pass with no instant speed interaction. It's very weird. Maybe I'll regret it. Let's see what my opponent can do. Last turn was so strange. He just collective efforted. He made a collective effort for value, but he didn't attack. So strange. You coming in? Copter's coming in. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah. 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 Hiya. Okay. Let's see if we can get that copter off the board. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. I'm guesstimating there's a trick involved here somewhere, but... if it's Avacyn, then great, right? We get to just nuke everything. So, block of 3, block of 2. There we go. And we'll see if I was right about Avacyn. And nope, doesn't look like it. Of course, if he passes with the mana up, the Chandra minus now is a big blowout. But there's a land for Ulamog. Gone. He has 8 points of attacking if he plays Avacyn. I don't think he can kill me, though. Okay, think. Could have played Dawn if he had nothing, so he's got something. Such an awkward game. But I think I'm just gonna wipe out some critters. And we'll see what our opponent can do about this. I bet they want that Declaration Stone back. Avacyn? Is that lethal because of the flip? Ooh, I think it is. So I'm gonna go down to, so I have to chump there, block there, take 7, flip, die. Ah, I punted. And I kind of knew it was there too. I really should have either done this last turn or defied. So if he attacks with everything, he's got it. It's a good game though. It's a good game. I just didn't handle it well. I forgot about the flip being 3 more damage. I should have known that. Silly me. Should have blown up his board. Should have done the Nighthawk line. Nighthawk had the sick read. You've got it, dude. I don't know what he's worried about, so I'll just end it for him. Yeah, I'm a punt machine. What can I say? I'm a punt machine. Deck's good though. Deck is good. I am not. So yeah, right play. He's tapped out. Chandra his butt. Or collective defy that Avacyn like I was thinking about doing, but for whatever reason, talked myself out of. Let's see. I'm behind the opponent's deck aside from Anointed Priest. I don't think that's the right card, but I'm behind everything else going on. I never feel good when I take a loss to a good player and then it feels wrong. I'm just going to leave it there. It just doesn't feel fair. I'm sure we'll play like some blue-white monument stuff in the future. If I'm around a lot. We're doing a lot of dueling, that is. Might as well. We got nothing but time. Alright, well, our opponent's going to start off with the 2-1, and we have none of our zaps, none of our zap cards. That's unfortunate. So am I supposed to go for land drop here? I think I am. Take that gamble that there's another land in the top 4, and get paid. Cha-ching, cha-ching. Any madness shenanigans got to go with the Cathartics, asks Hanzo. Nope, not in this deck. This deck's all about the, I mean, I guess Drownyard Temple and turning on Delirium and Spell Mastery. That's what it's about. The hard counter. We could straight up defy, but I don't think I need to do that. I think that's overreacting. Do I have mastery? Not yet. But I could. Or I could do zap zap. I like zap zap. And we can double zap if we needed to. Another line there would be Pilgrimage and not worry about it, or Cathartic and then zap. But there's a Suntail Hawk, so this line's gonna pay off. I had a feeling. Ta-da, ta-da, bang, bang. Where were those cards last game? Although I guess they showed up enough. All right, now we get to go do trips. Trips with the Pilgrimage, yes. The way it was meant to be. Just a city of forests. Oh, the value. So what I like about this deck is I like this mid-game where I kind of play some cheap removal spells and draw a whole bunch of cards and ramp at the same time, more than the straight up ignore the opponent, ramp, then play one thing, hope it pays off. Again on this deck for. Do I care about you? I mean, I guess I can hold this up in response, so I'm just gonna do this. Perfect. Now I'll try to get to that Mog mana, baby. Nighthawk's calling for Angelic Destiny. I hope so. I hope so. That or that Siegecraft, right? That ever-broken Siegecraft. And the play is, what are you? Yeah, sure. It's great. I love it. Nothing about that bothers me. So Nighthawk, I'll actually give you credit if you ever call in before Deadeye Harpooner and are right. How about that? How's that for a challenge? I don't know if this card's ever been played against me. Dwarf Warrior, huh? All right. All the forests are gone. And a good amount of them fed us more cards, thanks to the power of the Cathartic Reunion. And we're up to 8, so I don't think we'll have trouble getting much more. Opponent, no critter. I can dig that. Hello. But I want to hit a land drop. I want my 10 power at the same time. So, Ballista, get out there. Do God's work. Clean up all these flying cat knights. Rot? Oh, yes. Oh, thank you. I love it. I love it. All right, guys, Reprisaling Walking Ballista. They simply, all you have to do to counter that is remove a counter from your Walking Ballista, shoot it at the opponent, falls to a 3/3, and now Reprisal bounces right off. Pretty close there on the Sky Whaler's Call shard. I'll give you props for that. That's really close. All right, turn that sideways. We got a Blessed Alliance now. Wait, what? What's happening? What is this card? What's happening? What does this say? 3 damage. No, come on now. Come. Okay, and then what you can do is you can put a counter back on your Walking Ballista. What do you guys think? Is he going to have Reprisal when I do this? Am I going to put a counter back on the Ballista, then he'll reprise it, then I'll shrink it, The reprisal will bounce off. Then I'll grow it again. Oh my. Alright. Well, I'm going one more then. Just the games that walking ballistas play. Oh, that there walking ballista, he going crazy. He's so hard to defeat. That's how we talk about it in the South. Dude, ballista would... Oh, no! No! We can't escape cast out. Ah. He got us. He finally found the ballista's kryptonite. He found it. It's in the cast out, baby. It's in the cast out. I'm calling that 5 converted mana cost removal spell from Balfour Zendikar. I've been playing a lot with Angelic Edict, a card that was too powerful and got removed from this game. I've been playing with that on Magic 2015. For what it's worth. Alright, we could get in there with the glory. I think we'll just let the ballista finish what it started. Royal's Retribution, that's the card. That's the guy. We'll just let this ballista finish what he started. He seems to be very, very, very hard for the opponent to remove. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Opponent with the draw on time gets the Boonweaver. So, search your library for an aura, put it onto Boonweaver. Okay. I think I'm just supposed... Yeah. Well, this can't be too bad of a play. I don't know what he's gonna get, but I don't want to find out. Oh, the spite pause. What's happening? The what's going on pause. What are you doing to my giant? Don't I get an aura? Yeah, you get an aura. After my walking ballista's done with you. Let's go see what... Yeah, it'll be funny to see what enchantment they pick for instant graveyard. Oh, he's like, when do I get my enchantment? I was promised an enchantment. Oh, straight fizzle. No auras in the deck. Bummer. Bummer sauce. Okay. Yeah, we'll just go this way. How bad could it be? Sometimes you just gotta 4/4 haste them. Don't even exert yourself, dragon. You don't need to do nothing. I'd still pick an aura and put it in my graveyard. I'd thin the deck of Siegecrafts, because right now top decking an aura doesn't do anything for my opponent because they have no creature for it. So, you know, in the strictly pro play type lines, you want to go thin your deck of that aura. Just saying. Just putting it out there. Oh no, he's pausing me. He's pausing me. What would happen if you search up a curse with it? Magic would break. I don't think Stainless is prepared. Oh, he's pausing me. He's pausing me so much. Okay, I can't give you gold if you're going to pause me, Acid Pope. Actually, I can. I can still give him the gold. We'll see if he sticks it around for the Chandra. All right. All yours, dude. Bravo. Go weave boons somewhere else, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. He mad. Well, he still got gold. And not because he was being a baby, I must add. But I'm going to try not to take gold away from the 1 and 2 ranks who are playing this game, despite the fact that we'll have no new cards for the foreseeable ever. Neon City, what's a curse again? A curse is like that 7-mana black enchantment, Cruel Reality, that you enchant a player instead of a creature. Yeah, Nighthawk's all over that. He's like, let me tell you about curses. Let me tell you all about curses. Like, I am the master of my Cruel Reality. Ah, Suave Lobster. I have played this person on numerous occasions. This I am sure of. And God, I love these hands. These hands just feel so value-y. Of course, if my opponent does anything, I'm a bit of a dog because it's Dirtle City over here, but no regrets. No regrets. Ooh. Okay. That's sweet. I didn't get spell mastery off that, right? Nope. So I think I want to ramp the temple. Then I want to play grapple, get back the Ormondal, and pilgrimage for the max. I think that's a good line. Our opponent's bringing on that Doom Dissenter. Yep. That is not a ton of pressure, but I think that implies a zombie deck, which can go from 0 to pressure pretty quickly. We'll just pass the turn back here. We're going with the drownyard plan in case anybody forgot what we're up to and was like, what you doing? Like, I'm drownyard. What? CGB's channel where dreams go to die. Truer words are never spoken. Hey, you new people on the mod circuit, don't be afraid to record some quotes for me if you like them. Of course, that one is kind of eternal at this point. Basically the most popular quote of all time. All I'm saying. So this says, when you deal damage to a player, you may put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. Whenever you put one or more counters on a creature, create a snake token. So this can make some death touchy dudes. Do I care? Like, do I really care? I mean, ballista just eats those. I don't care. Alright, so we'll go forest. We'll go grapple. Get that spell mastery. And, ooh. Let's see, we're on 5. We're going to go up to 6, then we'll have 7. I definitely want Omnath more than I want Oso. Don't I? Oso comes down next turn, though. Omnath doesn't, and I have another grapple. So I can... Actually, Oso's fine. Like, Omnath could come down next turn, but it would be with no value. And the odds of it dying against a black deck seems pretty high that it can be murdered. Seems like murder's a thing, right? So there we go. Yeah, I like just being able to slam Oso there. And we have a concession. I kind of want to play it out. I don't feel like I earned that one yet. From the Suave Lobster. Usually a worthy opponent if my memory serves. Plague Belcher would be pretty good with Hepatra. Alright, so that's a draw. Yeah. But we're just gonna, I think, windmill this guy this turn. Show me your lands. Yes! Alright, a forest. Man, he was gonna have to wait a while to hit the lands he needed. Now let's cathartic those. Nice! Looking sexy. That'll clean up some snakes. If Hepatra had Death Touch, would it be too good? I mean, green-black has a lot of good 2-drops. I just wonder. Alright. What, that's it? Just suicide? Just a suicide dive from the AI? That's unique. Alright, let's rock and roll. I love the drownyard temple combo. I am not afraid of losing that guy. Also confused why my opponent would wouldn't hold back a death touch snake facing this board. But hey, I can't play it for him. Forgive me, iPad turned off on its own. So now I can't see chat. AI sitting on fog. Duffman wants to know what the elf quote is, Nighthawk. Do you have that up your sleeve? Just blow some stuff up. I believe it was like Planeswalkers is the thinking man's elves, or Super Friends is the thinking man's elves, something like that. It was in that vein. Let me just put it that way. All right, let's finish this charade. Yeah, bringing that glory game after game, baby. For the Rubbins, die crocodile. Let's get some cards back in our hand. Let's see what we would have drawn. Because, you know, AI, so who cares? Give them all the Rubbins, all the overkills. Drownyard Omnath combo. Where are those quotes? Like, now it's not going to give us quotes? MTG bot, dude. Laziest bot on the planet. It says, I know a dead game when I see one. Nobody cares what's happening in duels. You are right, MTG bot. You are right. We care. I don't know why, but we still care, don't we, guys? We still care. We still care. Because what else are we going to do with our time? I want to play Magic, and I want to do it in my house on my Xbox. There's no other way to do it, right? There's just no other way to do it. Magic the Gathering online? I mean, you think that this thing eats your money. Holy cow, Magic the Gathering online. It's actually cheaper right now than paper Magic, so compared to those two things, it's fine. Ooh, Nova. I've played this person before, too. Yeah, again, the Dirtle is real. And on the draw, I'm a lot more nervous about getting run over, but why wouldn't we try? This is going to be interesting. I think I grapple next turn to try to get that spell mastery. Not that it particularly matters on the draw, as you just end up discarding anyway. So maybe it's not important. Maybe I don't make that play. My opponent hasn't done anything, so I might need the grapple later for the grindy aspect. Let's just hold off. Let's see what happens this turn. And it is a telling time. Ooh, are we up against control? And they use their only blue to tell time, so he's like gambling. He wants an island. He wants an island in that top three. Does he find it? What I hate about telling time is if you didn't find it, you are stuck for at least 2 turns. Ah, found it. Brawl. Ooh, okay. That's a pretty good card. Am I supposed to grapple then? I don't think so. Because even with Spell Mastery, I'd just end up discarding. Oh, now I wish I had. Ishkanah, much better with more cards in the graveyard. But maybe grapple is better served later, recurring Ishkanah, once we have that delirium. And there we go. What? Wait, how many punts did I just get? Wait, hold it. What just happened? Why so many punts did I just get? And there's all the quotes. Man, the bot came back with a vengeance. You guys are right. The bot now is just timing its entrances and leavings. It shows up, it drops a whole bunch of things on me, and it leaves. Planeswalker decks are the rich man's elves. That's what I said. Yeah, I give myself props. Okay, so opponent going off. I'm guessing this is a tutelage deck. I mean, you don't draw that many cards main phase if you're not planning the toodles. But they left me a big old Glorybringer window. You could argue that they left me a glory hole. But I'm not making that argument. We're just going to go leap right through that thing that's not a glory hole, because that would be graphic and not okay to say. Down with Baral and his compliance. It's very amusing that the MTG bot needs to like gather itself and then then just drop a load on us, in my opinion. I find that very amusing. It's as good as my jokes, at least, which are known for their not goodness. Ooh, Drake. Drake into the face of the Glorybringer. Interesting. What am I supposed to do about that? That's not a perfect draw. I was going to say it's a perfect draw, but it is not. Maybe I'm just supposed to chandra that thing? See, I'm scared. I'm scared I'm just going to get flung out of this game next turn. Should I be scared? Should I just play Ishkanah and block? And then I untap Glorybringer and kill it if he doesn't deal with it? I mean, I don't think he can fling me out of the game next turn, but there's always that chance, right? I mean, he's like a Cathartic Reunion away. Yeah, if he hits like one Cathartic Reunion, he can go up to 8. If he shocks me, then he's got it. Am I supposed to chandra away my own stuff, or am I supposed to like spike this Ishkanah with no delirium? It's a pretty tough call. I guess I can make this play, and then I'll chump with it, and then he has to kill this, and if he does, I can go chandra and take out his Drake. Seems good. I also get closer to a ballista being able to take it out if I can buy more time, and then we can grapple back and do this later. So, okay. Yeah, I'm just going to take this line, make him deal with the Glorybringer. I kind of wish I hadn't used Glorybringer on Baral now. He concedes. I don't understand. I'm gonna play that out. I've got to know what's coming here. I guess he just doesn't have a way to kill the Glorybringer and doesn't want to lose his Drake to it. Like a shame quit. He just can't see a world without his Drake being alive. Well, let's find out. That's really weird though. He won't live in a world without this Drake. It's kind of... Oh, well, dude, what are you doing? What are we worried about here? I'm confused. And besides, it's kind of a flavor fail, right? I mean, this says non-dragon, this is a Drake. Aren't they pretty close? Alright, well, his Drake lived, and I'm still under pressure because of that. If I have one more land, next time ballista can take it out. Why did he concede? I guess I can take a gamble here that he can't combo kill me, or I can chandra our boards. The concession is throwing me. Like, I'd think that I have to do this, because then next turn if he plays another Drake, I can grapple it back and bring the glory. So I think I have to do this. I think this is the play I would make if I were being conservative, because I think I win this game if it goes long. So I just want to make sure I don't die to something ridiculous. And leaving Drake on the table is what does that. He figures I need the gold. He knows he had it, so he's giving me the gold. Good call. Chandra's Ignition is the call from Nighthawk, but if our opponent had it, they could have played it there, but at no value, so that doesn't make sense. Okay, so bringing glory on that thing won't do any good. Don't have delirium, although grapple might get us there. Let's see what we flip with this grapple. An artifact creature is usually a good sign. 5 types. Perfect. Alright, let's get you out there. Hope to dodge some slip through space shenanigans. iPad shuts down again in this tense moment of battle against the AI. I always thought a Drake was a dragon. Yeah, I know, flavor fail, right? What's his rank? He's a 40. Maybe his dinner was ready? Probably. Maybe his baby fell off the bed? I don't know. Can't speak about that. Don't have babies myself. You never know, right? You never know. Okay. Tempting to take the Cathartic road. I'm only a land away from doing awesome omnath things. Blue-red does have a hard time removing large creatures. So it's tempting to tap out and just make him have it. Worst case scenario, I get to lightning bolt him. The other thing I could do is I could play Nissa, untap a land, and pilgrimage. And then I get plenty of lands on the battlefield. Makes my ballista good next turn, and I have a Nissa on the battlefield that can draw cards if he doesn't get to it. And he'd have to get through Ishkanah to get to it. I think I like that the best, because then if I want, I have Omnath and next turn. Alright. And it makes a 5/5 the turn it comes down if I play it next turn, is the other upside there. Alright. Your move. I will probably Nissa Emblem if I get the chance, although I'll have to review the graveyard first. There's plenty to get back, but right now Glorybringer doesn't kill anything. If he plays a Drake, that might change my mind. Just holding 3. Interesting. Might be some, like, unsubstantiate this turn, which would be... Oh, I can just get back Chandra? But Chandra doesn't really do anything here. Which is weird, but when you're facing 5 toughness, that's kind of a... That's a big number. So we definitely want to go Omnath ham. I think I'll emblem up. Drawing that many cards when we're this far ahead. Well, we're not quite ahead, but we're at stalemate land. But drawing a bunch of cards, that'll do a lot. Okay, so here's Scatter. Boo. How depressing. Alright. Hit me. Pause return. Doesn't really do anything. Wipes out my own guys. So I'll send it to the graveyard. Okay. I don't think I have any other galvanics down there. Which is weird. I don't think I've galvaniced for 3 yet today. Not once. Only for 2. Just a worse shock. Strictly worse shock. That's what I'm playing in this spot. Even though I've seen half my deck. And here they come. Alright, what you got? Nothing. Perfect. I mean, I was prepared to shoot something if I had to. Bang, bang. And taking some inventory, making some energy, taking some inventory again. What could it be now? Well, we haven't seen this card today either. Time to go absolutely nuts. With the Nissa Emblem and the tracker. Gonna feel good about drawing lands. Alright. Take out Serpent? Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Save Ballista? Think so. I'll just fire this off right this minute. Yep! Had a feeling. Not much should be done about that. More land. Four damage, 3 damage. Zap. And let's just try to grind this thing out. Time is on my side with a Nissa emblem. Smart AI play. What is this blasphemy? I hear you. That's, you know what that is? That's AI 2015 play right there. When it actually knew what the cards did. Before vehicles just totally blew its frickin' mind. The AI. This is why computers can never drive cars, you guys. This is why self-driving cars are a myth. They couldn't even handle it in MTG. Oh, how big do we get? I guess we'll go with this one. But into open mana. Yeah. Oh, telling time. Okay. I didn't want to tap out into open mana. Thought I'd get censored or scattered. But let's draw some cards. Jeez. The lands are real. Gotta deal with a big-butted Oso. Alright. Cool. I'm just gonna hold this here, Ballista. I might just be able to do it for 9 at this rate. Ooh, the tides, they are a-rising. Ooh, alright. Alright. Think of that much. Oh, man. That kozileks return is, like that back right now. Oh, wait. 6, 12, 14? Do I have enough? 6 plus 6, 12, 13. So that's 7. That could be enough. I'm going to see if this resolves first. Of course, I don't have to. What I can do is I can shoot this guy. And then I get 7 damage through. And then what do I need? I need 2 more. So what's the right way to play this? So I need to have at least 5 counters on this ballista. So if I do this for 5, that's 10 mana. That leaves 4 mana up. That gets around Spell Shrivel, which is a way I could lose this game. It also lets me make 1 more counter if the opponent has a Disperse or something like that to remove a Spider. It doesn't save me if my opponent can remove the Oblivion Sower. So we're gonna take the safe-ish line that plays around Censor and plays around Spell Shrivel. And it's Scatter. Wow. Wow. That hurts. 12. 9, that makes 18. And I'm just dead by 1 to an all-out attack? Is that right, too? Alright, let's make it happen. Had to be the second scatter, didn't it? If it was any of those other cards, we were good. Not to mention the flood out there at the end was pretty brutal. I think we drew 6 straight lands off the top. That hurts. All that. If he's all in, I think I'm dead. I think it leaves exactly 20. Yep. There it comes. Yeah, that's it. Couldn't even have one solution there. Yeah, that is what I get for saying I don't mind land draws. And the AI hands me my butt. And my rank goes up. Anybody else see that? That's cool. Go me. Bittersweet rank 40. Let's see. Where did I mess up? Where did I mess that game up? I guess I should have just put the ballista out sooner. I was playing around counter magic, which he did end up having in the moment. But maybe that's not a bad play. What did I do wrong? Maybe I shouldn't have gone all... Maybe I shouldn't have spent 2 removal spells to get rid of that serpent. Though I don't regret that too much. There was probably a window in there I could have played ballista earlier. That's... I was holding it out for the max awesomeness. I don't know, that's rough. I can't really think of an exact spot. Maybe it was wrong to make the Nissa emblem. Maybe I was supposed to just get Chandra back, even though it didn't do much at the time. I always forget about tides. I've said this on the stream before. I always forget about Rise from the Tides. I think it's like a blue-red Drake deck or a blue-red Prowess deck. I forget about Rise from the Tides. Yeah, he may not have had Fling, so maybe I overreacted to that Drake. But I just don't want to lose a game that way if I can play around it. But then I ended up losing to something else. So, bit of a mistake. Anyway, I'll be back in just a second.